16th, 2025, and this video is called Current COVID-19 Vaccine Schedule. Now, this just popped into my head, so I'm not going to be talking about this or that about the vaccine, because you know what happens if I talk about this or that. I just wanted to bring this up. What is the current schedule? So here it is. Current 24-25 COVID-19 vaccine schedule recommended by the CDC. And I just wanted to know, up to this point, if you took every one that they told you to take, how many would we have taken? And there was a little scroll on the news. I seen that. That's why I got this idea. They're thinking about only doing it for people that are immune compromised and some other areas. But this came up, and I thought this was just very interesting. Who should get vaccinated? Everyone 6 months and older is recommended to receive an updated COVID-19 vaccine to reduce risk of severe illness, hospitalization, and long COVID. This is what got me interested. This number right here, 6 months. So 6 times 30, that's about 180 days. So after being 180 days of being born into this world, we're jamming these things into us humans. Now, I guess there's 2 types, mRNA and the protein subunit. Now, they say this right here, authorized for ages 6 months and older. Emergency use was for 6 months to 11 years. Approved for 12 plus. I just still can't get over this number. That is, I think, considered an infant. So this is what I wanted to show you here. So if you are general population, if you're not immune compromised, ages 6 months to 4 years, if at first you're unvaccinated, you require a multi-dose initial series. So that's 2 to 3 doses. 2 to 3 of them. That's wild. So you could look through this stuff. This is the one that really even blows the cake even higher than that 6 months. Special populations. So if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or trying to conceive, which are very highly sensitive humans. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, which means you're feeding your life force through the breast milk to your infant, or if you're trying to conceive, so this will go into your baby that's living in the stomach. Vaccination is strongly recommended with the 2024-2025 vaccine. 1 dose for most. It's safe and reduces severe outcomes for both the individual and the infant. So that's weird. Why would they say it reduces severe outcomes for the infant? Is it because when you're giving it while you're breastfeeding, it's going into the baby? Or if you're trying to conceive when the baby is in the womb, that it is getting the same ingredients or the same effects as from the mother because she's pregnant with this vaccine. think about that for more than a second. That they're saying that you want to be pregnant, breastfeeding, or trying to conceive, that they strongly recommend the vaccine. That is pretty interesting. So you can go through all this. I wouldn't even say that out loud. Okay, so that's that. You could look that up yourself. What I wanted to go to is the next question. If I started the vaccine, the COVID vaccine shot when they first came out, how many in total have I gotten to today? This is what I was thinking. So the first vaccines were authorized in December 2020. Assuming you received your first shot around that time, the number of shots you should have gotten by April 16, 2025 depends on your age, health status. But here's the breakdown. You received 2 initials. We said that already. And you can look at when they're telling you to do it, the boosters. I want to go down to this area. So total shots for a general case of a healthy adult. If you had the Pfizer or Moderna, 2 primaries, 1 booster, second booster, bivalent booster, then you have your 2023-24 booster, 24-25 booster. So look at this. If you started from the beginning, you are on 6 to 7 doses of this vaccine. If you went with the J&J, you're up to 5. I just thought this was very interesting because I'm thinking, I wonder if they have the numbers, who actually took the most doses up to today. And you could look at this. This is the one I wanted to ask, though. This is the very interesting one. If I was born in 2019 and started the first COVID-19 vaccine shot when they first came out, how many in total I have gotten up to today? Okay, so if I was born in 2019, that means I am about 6 years old right now. So age and eligibility, a person born in 2019 would be approximately 6 years old in April 2025. The vaccines were first authorized for children aged 6 months and older in the United States in 2022. So here's the step-by-step analysis. So the initial vaccination, 2022, children aged 6 months to 5 years became eligible. For a child born in 2019, who would have been about 3 years old in 2022, depends on which series you got. But if you got the Pfizer BioNTech, you got 3 doses. Subsequent doses, you'd have 1 additional dose for 22 and 23. 23 and 24, 1 dose of the updated vaccine. That adds 1 additional dose. 24, 25, you got another dose. So, since you were 5 or 6 in late 2024, 25, you would need that updated one. So this is the meat on the bone, is what I wanted to go to. Total doses, if you're a little baby born during this pandemic and started in 2022 when the vaccinations start for kids. The Pfizer BioNTech scenario, you got initial series was 2022. You got 3 doses. Is that wild? Then you got a bivalent booster in 22, 23, 1 dose. 23, 24, updated, 1 dose. 24, 25, updated vaccine, another dose. So a total 3, 11 1. 6 doses. So I'm literally 6 years old, and I have gotten 6 doses of this vaccine. If you had the Moderna, you ended up getting 5 doses. You're only 6 years old right now. So, final answer. You get either 5 or 6 doses of this vaccine, and you're only 6 years old. If you were born in 2019 and started getting the COVID vaccine as soon as it was available, you should have received 6 doses. You're only 6 years old. So here's the latest as of actually today. This was just put out today. CDC considers narrowing its COVID-19 vaccine recommendations. The U.S. Centers and Disease Control and Prevention is considering recommending annual COVID-19 shots to those who are older or who have compromised immune function, rather than the current blanket recommendation for everyone 6 months of age and older. The change would more closely align the U.S. with guidance given in other countries. So now, instead of boosting everyone up, now they're just recommending the older and the compromised. So that is the schedule, and I guess things changed again. And that's the final answer.